Good evening, Tornado Nation, and thank you for tuning in to tonight's live stream. I'm Landry Soman on the Dolph Stanley Court, joined by Abby Carlisle. Our matchup for tonight is the Taylorville Tornadoes against the Effingham Hearts. We came off a hard loss against the Williamsville Bullets, but we are sure going to put up a fight here tonight. The Hearts are also coming off of a loss against the Casey Westfield Warriors on Tuesday night, where the score was 36-65.
Tonight's question is, who's going to come out on top? Let's take a look at the stats. The Tornadoes are 0-2 after Monday night's loss, while Effingham sits at a 1-4 following Tuesday's game. In this conference matchup, the Tornadoes will need to put in a strong effort to secure their first win of the season. Both teams are getting ready to take the court as tip-off approaches. Make sure to stay tuned in tonight for tonight's game.
What's the message to a team coming out of two really tough matchups, and then an Apollo Conference team which you feel a lot more confident playing against?
Yeah, well, you know what? Playing two tough teams at the beginning of the schedule, I think is a good thing, and it's going to prepare us well for our conference schedule. You know, East Peoria, athletic team, and with size and tough team to beat, and then Williamsville, who went deep in the playoffs last year. You know, two really tough first opponents, so we certainly shouldn't hold our heads down, but look at all the positives and play hard tonight, and I think we'll be just fine.
Absolutely, and it's not going to get any easier for these Tornado boys as they head out to Canton this Saturday at 2:15. Then a bit of a break until Friday the 13th. T-ville right at home against Mount Zion. Should be another really great matchup right there. A player update here. Brock Brown actually left the game very late in the game against Williamsville, and we heard from head coach Ryan Brown in postgame that was just cramps. So he looked a bit scary as he was limping, kind of favoring that right side. And tonight he's out on the court looking just fine. And Blake Ladich, the sophomore this year, was very athletic and played a great football season. He broke his hand in the last game against Waterloo there in the last few minutes, Lou, and he almost played a full season there clean, and no surgery needed on that hand, and he'll be back to it hopefully in a couple of weeks here, so we're keeping an eye on both of those guys. And a couple of the same faces like Malik Pierce, Clark Durbin, those are guys that Taylorville's going to be leaning on heavily tonight. And guys like Baron Odom, only about averaging 2 points per game, only 2 games in here, but we're looking for a little bit more offensive output from those seniors that we lean on heavily. And speaking of seniors, Drake Howard, he's our leading scorer, Lou.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's a go-to guy on offense, and I know he's a solid defender too. So I mean, on defense, Tim, we really just need to control our own destiny there and make every possession hard for Effingham. And if you play good defense, you can stay in a ball game no matter who you're playing.
That's really what Taylorville has hung their hat on as of late. The effort on defense has really shown, and it's kept them in ball games, frankly. We're going to take ourselves a break here and get ready for starting fives in the national anthem. We're live from Dolph Stanley Court. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson. You're listening to WTIM, your information station and your home for Taylorville Tornado boys varsity basketball. Thanks for hanging in there. I know
it's hard to hear, but that's okay.
and it'll get easier when the music turns off.
Right. I'm wondering how much does the radio hear that music?
And it's not as crazy as you would think.
Really?
It stays, I mean, it singles it out pretty well.
Yeah, thank you for turning that up because I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, and then
I can hear you when you
it was
turn
getting
it up.
distorted a little bit, and they were telling me to turn it up, and I turned it up, and it seemed to go lower even. So I was like, I'll be messing around with it.
We only have 1 second.
We're good. We got enough.
You take your gear off during the anthem. You take your headset off.
I do, yeah. Let the ads play. Run through that. Back in 30, check in.
Okay.
The timing always gets weird with the national anthem. So I'm going to have to dunk out again pretty quick, but we'll just fill some air here. Coming back here, Bailey. Got
quiet. Thank you. Yeah.
And welcome back in. Second game straight now. Taylorville coming in 0-2, and Effingham comes in 1-4. Both teams set to play their first Apollo Conference game of the year, and they would love to go out and snatch it. And your Taylorville boys about to be welcomed to the floor. You can hear them. With the Taylorville fight song, what do you call it?
I guess that's called the Taylorville fight song. I'm not sure myself, honestly.
And these boys getting ready to come out of the tunnel here, and we are live. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson in this one in the Taylorville faithful on their feet here. Purple Rain, pretty good showing from them.
Yeah, those are some big scores. You know, and I don't know how tough all three of those teams are.
Sure.
Edwardsville might be the strongest of the group, but so you got to believe that we've got a chance here to hang in this game and take our first win.
And they really turned it around against Robinson, 66-29 win over them on the 30th. And then against KZ Westfield, 65-36 loss. So almost another doubled, getting their score doubled on them again. So a strange lopsided season for the Effingham Hearts, going 1-4. And we are set. Will Phil Collins in the Dolph Stanley night wouldn't be a Taylorville sporting event without some Phil Collins.
Right. Well, they play that at the Blues games coming into the third period down in St. Louis.
You know, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A Blackhawks guy, Lou. And here they come, leading the charge is Drake Howard, and we are just about set. Your Taylorville Tornadoes taking on the Effingham Hearts in this one. Thank you all for joining along with us on WTIM. And as said, we already got a look at our starting five here for the Taylorville Tornadoes, and I'll go back through them. The familiar names here: Clark Durbin, Owen Yonker, Drake Howard, Baron Odom, and the true freshman Brock Brown, standing at 6'5". He's got 8 points per game and 6 rebounds in that first game. He had 9 rebounds. He's been very impressive this year, and we're hoping to keep seeing him develop. and keep jiving with this offense. I mean, Lou, can you even speak to playing 8th grade basketball and then being on a varsity court in your very next season? There's got to be some sort of shock there.
Yeah, no, and he looks like a more than a freshman stature for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he definitely belongs out there, and he's going to add a lot of value to our team this year and certainly in the years ahead. So great to see him out there, and of course healthy after you said left the game early last game. So.
Another really great asset for this Taylorville team. A healthy Drake Howard, as he missed about half of last season, a little bit more than half of last season with a shoulder injury there, but seems to be 100% this year. With a conversation with head coach Ryan Brown before the season started, then when we're talking about themes and goals for this year, he said, I'm just looking to go 1-0 after every single game. Go 1-0, no win totals this year. I kind of like that message. And team that you're still rebuilding, you're still developing, you're able to take one game at a time and see where the season lands, you know?
Yeah, you really have to. You have to forget about those losses, and the tough losses especially, and just come back the next game and regroup. And even after each win, you've got to kind of forget that and move on too.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams getting their final shots up, and we are about a minute away from the national anthem, so we'll take one more break and come back with the starting 5 on the Effingham side. Tim Zalback alongside Luke Johnson. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Effingham Hearts and your Taylorville Tornadoes. At this time, could you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Oh, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Hearts of Effingham High School. At one forward, a 6'4" junior, number 41, Cole Phillips. At the other forward, a 6'1" sophomore, number 14, Jake Nieberge. At a guard, a 6' junior, number 15, Cannon Buckhorn. At guard, a 6' senior, number 23, Ethan Jones. And at guard, a 6' sophomore, number 32, Jude Traub. The Hearts are coached by Mac Thompson. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Taylorville Tornadoes. At one forward, a 6'4" senior, number 15, Baron Odom. At the other forward, a 6'5" freshman, number 44, Brock Brown. At a guard, a 6' senior, number 2, Clark Durbin. At guard, a 6' senior, number 3, Owen Yonker. And at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 4, Drake Howard. The Tornadoes are coached by Ryan Brown, assisted by Doug Boucher, Brent DeMichael, Jackson Castleman, and Micah Vera. Officials for this contest are Aaron Lane, Dan Held, and Dave Riedel.
Team is down a little bit, and we've played well, but just couldn't come away with the win in the first two. But no reason why we can't compete tonight.
Without a doubt, first Apollo Conference game between the Taylorville Tornadoes and the Effingham Hearts. Tim Zalaback alongside Lou Johnson tonight in this one. And here comes our jump, brought to you exclusively by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. Baron Odom facing off against Cole Phillips at the center line. It's tipped up, and it is won by your Taylorville Tornadoes. In the backcourt is Drake Howard. He'll bring it across the center line. Howard just hands it off there to Owen Yonker, now near side to Clark Durbin, just beyond the three-point line, into the corner now, and Baron Odom, top of the key, and Brock Brown. Brown covered up, had nowhere to go, and lost it. Hearts steal it right back. First turnover for the game in the Taylorville end there. Now the Hearts back with it, moving it to the center. That's Nieberge. He'll give it right back to Bockhorn right in front of us. Bockhorn bounce past Nieberge, far side corner now. Hearts get it inside. Spinning at the block. That shot won't go. Rebound, offensive rebound by Cole Phillips, and that'll fall for the first points of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Drake may have tweaked his shoulder on that play and is coming off to the sideline. So
that is scary to see super early in this game, Lou. And it's going to be Shea Champley to take his place. We're going to keep our eye on him on the side there. Hopefully nothing too serious of the leader in points per game, Drake Howard. But it'll be Shea Champley to take his place. The Hearts lead at 2-0 as we are just a minute into this ball game. Brock Brown slings it off to Clark Durbin at the top of the key. It's Baron Odom now. Odom, Clark Durbin. Now Durbin gets to the high post. He'll just give it up. And the Hearts give it right back to Durbin. He's going to throw up a prayer off front iron. No good. Effingham caught up in their own backcourt. They'll sling it across into Ethan Jones. Now right back and slowing the pace into Cannon Bockhorn's hands. Nieberge, far side corner three. That one won't go. Back iron, offensive rebound, Effingham. Then a pass to the post. It's tipped around and into the hands of the Hearts. Now it's on the far side. Cross-court pass, near side three. That's going to be blocked by Baron Odom.
Yeah, nice block coming out to defend the three ball, not giving him an easy look. So I'm sure that Effingham shooter will remember that the next time he goes to set up.
The Taylorville-Williamsville game, Taylorville was unable to capitalize on a lot of the Williamsville early misses and mistakes. Hopefully Taylorville going to take advantage of those tonight. Jake Nieberge receives the inbound. He crosses over at the top of the key and hands it off. Driving into the lane is Ethan Jones. No shot. Foul was called on the floor. Still 2-0. Effingham lead over Taylorville as we are about 2 minutes into this ball game.
Looks like the foul's on Brown, number 44 for the Taylorville Tornadoes. First.
Inbound underneath the basket now for Effingham. Inbound pass is going to be errant. It's going to head back into backcourt territory. Effingham will recover. It's Jude Traub now moving through the lane, far side corner. He's going to do some work now. Cole Phillips tries to put up a floater, air ball. Clark Durbin now pushes the pace. Bounce pass to a sprinting Shea Champley, and he slows it in the far side corner. Gets back up to the Tornado logo. It's in the hand of Clark Durbin. Hands it off to Champley. Now Brock Brown thought about a three. Push towards the free throw line. Mid-range jump shot from the high post. Just short. Bring it back up quickly now. Jake Nieberge caught up in the backcourt. Brock Brown seals the edge, trying to steal it away. He's making it tough in the backcourt for Jake Nieberge. Effingham able to get it across, trying to find an open man. Jump shot. Cole Phillips knocks it down from the baseline. 4-0.
Yeah, nice pressure by the Tornadoes at the half court. Trapped them a couple times, but Effingham was able to break free and get a good look down on the block.
Early exit from Drake Howard. Hopefully not working on these Taylorville Mines too much. It's 4-0 Effingham lead. Baron Odom does some work in the paint, goes up with one. He'll be fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot our first couple of shots of the day.
Yeah, good power move. Just attacking the basket and getting to the line for us to shoot too.
The senior citizens of Christian County, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Free Throws. Keep active in your senior years. Enjoy trips, lunches, fellowships, activities with the senior citizens of Christian County. First is up and good from the senior Baron Odom. It's 4-1. Effingham leads. And the second will rattle in, cuts the lead in half. 4-2 now. Effingham in the backcourt, moving left to right on your radio dial. Jake Nieberge trying to crisscross his way. Will not get past Shea Champley. It'll be knocked out of bounds by Champley, so Effingham will stay with it. But that head coach Ryan Brown gets fired up by that extra effort on defense. Now an inbound just in front of the Taylorville bench into the backcourt, and Jake Nieberge. Bounce pass over to Kenan Buckhorn, and then right back to Nieberge on the far side. One last pass there to Ethan Jones. He looks to do some work in the lane. He'll have it stripped and it's stolen. Shea Champley goes behind the back and loses it. He's going to recover it himself. It's Owen Yonker. Champley now right in front of us. Taylorville moves right to left. Yonker at the top of the key. Drives in with the left. Finds a wide open Shea Champley in the near side. Can't get that three knocked down. Bounces out. Brock Brown hits the deck hard but pops up as Effingham's in transition. Traub into the far side corner. Effingham's three won't go. Offensive rebound. Another three try there from Nieberge. It's blocked. Brock Brown comes out of nowhere and makes up for the mistake on the offensive end.
Yeah, another nice block by the Tornadoes deep in the corner, coming out to swap that in out of play.
Second three-pointer block right there in the corner.
Yeah, very nice.
Brock Brown covers up the inbound. They'll find Cole Phillips. Effingham moving towards the basket. That's Jake Nieberge. He kicks it out. Now it's Jude Traub. He wants a three. That one rattles out. Brock Brown grabs the rebound. 4-2 Effingham. Then a lead man pass from Brock Brown to Clark Durbin is stolen right back up by Effingham. Very back and forth match. Neither one of these teams getting comfortable in their own offensive end. The shot clock's not turned on for this game, worth mentioning. Ball is saved from going out of bounds by Effingham, and it stays with Effingham. Pass down to the block, stolen up. Baron Odom overhead pass to Clark Durbin. Durbin in transition with some numbers. Steps into the lane, tries to get the reverse lay, won't go. Push in the back will be called on Effingham. Taylorville will stick with the possessions. 4-2, Effingham leads.
Yeah, Clark tried to kind of do a little bit of almost a reverse layup and missed, but following the play was Owen Yonker, strong to the boards, and Effingham player just shoved him out of bounds with his hip while the ball was still in the air.
It gets a little scary when you go up in the air like that and you try to throw up a prayer, but anything to get to the free throw line, I guess. 3:53 to play in this first quarter. 2 fouls on the Effingham and 1 for Taylorville. Owen Yonker to inbound.
Yeah, both defenses are playing really scrappy, aggressive ball, and like you said, the offenses are having trouble getting any kind of rhythm going.
KJ Kellums checks in for Jake Nieberge. Inbound pass, Brock Brown, knocked down, 3. Taylorville takes their first lead of the evening, 5-4. They lead it.
Yeah, Brock looked really comfortable going up with that 3, catch and shoot in the corner.
Effingham back with it. It's poked away briefly. The Hearts stick with it. Right in front of us is Kenan Buckhorn. Tries to throw a pass into the block. One Taylorville man hits the deck. That try is no good. It was too strong. Now Clark Durbin works his way back. Trying to work his way towards the basket. A floater won't go. Effingham grabs the rebound, and they'll stick with the possession here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to look to run every transition we can get a chance to run and outlet to Durbin. Again, he went strong to the hole, wasn't able to get it to go down.
That might just be the game Taylorville has to play tonight. Keep Effingham on their heels a little bit. And Effingham moves back with it, moving left to right on the far side. The Hearts try to push towards the basket. Foul is called there on Brock Brown as he kind of got in the way of Nolan Fearday.
Well, that'll be our 4th team foul early here, Tim. So if we don't slow that down, Effingham will be in the bonus here pretty quickly.
3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Taylorville leads by 1. Effingham inbound pass, almost blocked, but it'll be a call for a foul there. Either Owen Yonker or Brock Brown, they both combined trying to swat that away from Nolan Fearday, but Fearday heads to the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, the foul's going to be on Owen Yonker.
Yeah.
It'll be his second.
I do see Drake Howard on the bench now, still dressed in his full uniform, so that is promising. Luke Wheeler checking into this ball game for Owen Yonker. Wheeler known for his silky three-point shot. Tie ball game at 5-5. As Fearday hit that first. And the second is also pure. 6-5, Effingham regains the lead. It's Shea Champley taking the ball up. KJ Kellums on Champley, gives it to Durbin. Now Brock Brown at the top of the key, back to Champley, far side perimeter. Luke Wheeler comes around the corner, stops, gives it out to Brock Brown. His three just rattles out. I like the shot selection from Brown, but it's a rebound here by the Hearts, and they're right back to it. It's KJ Kellums with it. Now slinging it over to our near side, and Nolan Fearday. Back to Kellums. Now Fearday. Kellums to the corner, and that one's going to be tipped away and stolen back by the Taylorville Tornadoes. Shea Champley trying to get it ahead to Clark Durbin, but in that act, he'll be fouled hard by the Hearts, and play will stop once again. 2:30 to play in the first.
Yeah, good pressure by our defense. Really kind of a 1-3-1 zone look there, and Effingham's having trouble entering the ball into the lane at all.
And a nice move by Clark Durbin to get free. Tried to throw a backdoor pass to a Baron Odom that wasn't cutting towards the basket. Now Effingham moves back quickly. Nolan Fearday driving towards the paint. It's going to be tipped away by Brock Brown. He saves it from going out of bounds, and he'll give it to Baron Odom. Taylorville now in transition. Champley slows the pace on the far side. Looks for Luke Wheeler, and Wheeler gets it at the Tornado logo. Brock Brown now on the far side perimeter. It's Clark Durbin just entering that perimeter. Brock Brown wants another three. He takes it. Yes! Finds the bottom of the twine. The true freshman has 6. 8-6 Taylorville lead with that three-pointer from Brock Brown. Now Effingham in the backcourt trying to get that across the center line. Brock Brown's going to stop it with his foot.
Yes, he did. Skate save.
Any type of defense we'll accept around here.
Right, they're not making anything easy for Effingham on offense, which is great to see.
You'll see that out of these Taylorville defenders. They'll kick a ball out of bounds, and they'll be happy with that. Just to say, we're here. We're not going to let that pass go through easily. KJ Kellums now floater in the lane. He'll get that one to fall. Ties the ball game 8-8 with 1:40 to play in the first.
Wow, really nice running left-hander in the lane.
Champley, one-handed pass into the corner, and Baron Odom then gives it up to Clark Durbin. Top of the key. Baron Odom now at the high post. Looking for a cutting Durbin. He finds him on the far side. Durbin now, one more bounce pass inside to Baron Odom. He's stripped, but Brock Brown gets it. Luke Wheeler wants his three. He gets it. Gets the lucky roll, the senior. Luke Wheeler, 11-8. We love it. Comes off the bench and immediately contributes to this offense. A minute to play in the first. Now working back quickly. Ethan Jones into the corner. Effingham's three won't go. Rebound, Brock Brown. Lead man pass for Shea Champley as he lets the Effingham defense then get back into their place with 50 seconds to play. No shot clock in this ballgame tonight. Has to be agreed upon by both teams before the contest starts. Brock Brown relocates back to the top of the key. Shea Champley on our near side, dribbling with the right. Sends off a pass over to the far side, and Brock Brown. Taylorville patient with this possession. Champley finds Baron Odom in the far side. Taylorville really looking like they just want the final shot of this one. They're going to do it with about a minute left in the quarter.
I think we're content with the last shot, 20 seconds and ticking.
Brock Brown, the ball carrier, now stands on the Tornado logo. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. 11-8, Taylorville leads. Shea Champley moves off to his right. He's going to have it stolen up by Effingham. 4 seconds. 3 in the backcourt. Effingham probably won't be able to get up a shot, and Effingham will just dribble that one out to end the first quarter. Very eventful and interesting 8 minutes of play right there, Lou. I mean, what can we say to the listeners right now? That was heavy defense first quarter. Right there.
A lot of high energy from both sides, really. Aggressiveness and intensity on the ball. Not making anything easy on offense, and we survived on the 3 ball, knocked down 3 threes out of our 11 points. 9 of them coming via the 3 ball. So we shot the ball well from the arc, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
6 for Brock Brown, 3 for Luke Wheeler, 2 for Baron Odom. We are through 8 minutes here, and we are inbound for the second quarter here on WTIM, your information station. We'll be right back. Stanley Court. Your Taylorville Tornadoes lead it over the Effingham Hearts 11-8 through 8 minutes. Effingham will start with the possession in this quarter. Taylorville 0-2 on the year. Effingham 1-4. Both teams 0-0 in Apollo Conference play. Taylorville in the backcourt. They're going to steal it up. It's Cade Beckmeyer rushing towards the hoop. Gets the lay. The soft touch from Cade Beckmeyer coming off the bench makes it 13-8 early in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice play by Cade. He anticipated that pass and made the play.
A couple of faces that we don't often see early in the game like this. Effingham's three won't go. Rebounded back by Taylorville. It's Clark Durbin. He stops in the backcourt and gets the bounce pass off to Cade Beckmeyer. Nice of him to change direction there and slow the pace. Luke Wheeler has it now. He moves off to the far side. Hands it off to Baron Odom. Now it's Shade Champley in front of us. Bounce pass, Cade Beckmeyer, high post. He pivots, hands it to Luke Wheeler. Wheeler dealing with Nolan Fearday. He's going to have it stolen up, and Effingham moves back with it. Busting towards the basket's Nieberge. He will not get that to go off the glass. As a fight for it underneath the basket, Effingham will come away. Top of the key now, and Nolan Fearday sends a pass down to the block. Baron Odom gets in there, wants the jump ball. They'll get the jump ball. The defense continues here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it does. A lot of hands and arms on the ball down low, and we came up with a jump ball. Nice play.
Played some hot potato underneath the basket. Taylorville comes away with the possession. 13-8. Your Tornadoes lead it over the Hearts. 6:50 to play in the second quarter. Luke Wheeler comes off the block and receives it just beyond the three-point line. Pivots, trying to get away from Nolan Fearday. It's a tough task. Baron Odom now, just at the top of the key. Doesn't even start his dribble and slings it over to Shade Champley. Now into the block is Clark Durbin. Durbin still pivoting. He'll give it off to Cade Beckmeyer, and that's going to go over the back and just out of bounds. Cade Beckmeyer lets it go.
Yeah, Clark got in trouble down there, down low, didn't have anywhere to go, tried to pass it out front and over and back there and out of bounds at the same time.
Inbound pass there from Nolan Fearday. Hits the hands of Cannon Bockhorn, and Effingham back in business now. They get the pass across. Reaching to foul is going to be called there on Clark Durbin, but that's just more Taylorville defense, not making anything easy. And as Effingham's getting closer to the basket, you see them second-guessing those turnaround jump shots, those easy lays. We're starting to see it unfold a little bit for Effingham.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time. Whoever's got the ball is going to have one or two Tornado defenders on them. They've got to do something quick.
Cade Beckmeyer got this quarter started with just a nice layup amidst a lot of contact heading towards the basket. Nolan Fearday trying to get some offense going here for the Hearts. 13-8, Taylorville leads. Bounce pass inside there. Looks like it's KJ Kellums. That was Cole Phillips. He had nowhere to go. Baron Odom making that very difficult. Now driving baseline is Nieberge. He tries to throw a bounce pass. It hits a Taylorville foot, goes out of bounds. Brock Brown's going to check back in along with Owen Yonker. Cade Beckmeyer, Luke Wheeler coming off the floor, and those guys did a huge job in those 3-4 minutes that they were coming in and filling some spots right there. Both able to be productive on offense. Wide open three there from Nieberge, and that's just off the mark. It's going to be stolen right back by Brock Brown. He slows the pace in the back end.
Yeah, nice play by Brock, not giving up on a play and coming away high with the rebound.
Brown gets a bit of a rest. Taylorville in the lead 13-8. Nice spin in the lane from Owen Yonker, and he'll just lose it. Effingham now trying to get it across the center line from Jake Nieberge. Now in Nolan Fearday's hands on the far side. Just at the top of the key on the far side, Effingham pushes towards the hoop. They're going to have another wide open three look. It's Brady McDaniel. McDaniel's three is too strong. It's tipped back into the hands of Taylorville. Lead man pass, Shea Champley. Can he get it off the glass to go? It's just too strong. Second chance, third chance. Clark Durbin's fourth chance, I think it was, Lou. That'll go for Durbin. 15-8. 3 minutes gone here in this second.
Yeah, great effort by Clark not to give up on that play and tipped his own ball up 2-3 times in a row and got it to fall.
And this one comes right towards us. It'll be tipped out of bounds, and it'll stick with Effingham.
Good pressure by Owen Yonker just past the half court, tied up the player and just knocked it out of bounds. Again, the pressure just continues. So nice to have those minutes, like you said, from Wheeler and Beckmeyer to give guys a little bit of a break because they're going to be winded at this pace.
Absolutely. It was Ethan Jones handing it off. Now top of the key for Effingham. It's Nieberge, far side. Working with KJ Kellums, trying to throw up some sort of lob there for Ethan Jones. Nothing working for him. Now it's Clark Durbin on the other end. Can he get it off the glass to go? He will. Back-to-back possessions for Durbin. And Effingham will call a timeout. Largest lead in the ball game for Taylorville, 17-8. They're stifling this Effingham offense. Lou, what are you seeing?
Yeah, that was a great outlet pass that time. You know, we're trying to break and run every rebound, and great long pass there and got the layup. So I like our aggressiveness in our attack mode.
Taylorville getting the rest where they can. Head coach Ryan Brown talked about it post-game in the game against Williamsville that he wish he could have taken Drake Howard out when he got hot in that game. We're starting to see that in this one, and it's proven to be just a great change. We're going to take ourselves a break because this is a full timeout. There's 4:30 to play in this second quarter. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and we'll be right back. Live here at Dolph Stanley Court, your Taylorville Tornado boys basketball team leads it over the Effingham Hearts 17-8. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson in this first Apollo Conference matchup for both of these teams. Taylorville has not taken their foot off the gas pedal on defense, not making anything easy for the Effingham Hearts. And as we're talking about that, Durbin playing in the backcourt with two Effingham offenders. And Durbin's actually going to kick one away. So the play's going to stop. It just really speaks to that constant defense from Taylorville.
Yeah, I see Maddox Owens checked in now to get some minutes for the Tornadoes, and he's up front pressuring in this little trap zone defense at half court.
Maddox Owens, sophomore, standing at 5'9". Great to see him checking into this ball game. Taylorville in a lead as Effingham pushes towards their basket, trying to get it across the center line. Maddox Owens and Clark Durbin, they're going to run out of time. Taylorville grabs the possession back as Taylorville just a tornado wall right there. We're not letting Effingham through.
Yeah, they're really uncomfortable handling the ball right now on the Effingham side. Credit to our pressure defense.
Maddox Owens, your ball carrier now. Chris crossing, he's going to pick it up, give it over to Brock Brown just beyond the three-point line. Now it's Owen Yunker. Back to Owens. Owens relocates top of the key. Long range three, Clark Durbin off the back iron. It's going to kick up and off the top of the hoop there. That's ruled out of play, but hey, I don't mind the shot there. It was pretty well on line, Lou.
Well, he was open, but that's because it was so far out, right?
From the volleyball line right there.
It was a Curry three.
It was, oh goodness. 17-8 with 4 minutes to play in this second quarter. Taylorville leads. And Effingham still in the backcourt. Trying to steal it away is Baron Odom. He will knock it out of bounds, but once again, Effingham just unable to get it across the center line with ease. There's a great word to use there, Lou. Uncomfortable. Effingham looking right now. They had to call that full timeout. Inbound pass now finds Ethan Jones. Effingham trying to slow things down on offense and get something going. Driving baseline is that hard. He tries to give it up. It's going to be kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, Barron did a nice job of getting behind the ball handler and tipping it towards the lane and kicked off another tornado out of bounds.
No clear passing lanes or even running lanes for these Effingham Hearts tonight. Coming out of the inbound there, it's Nieberge, far beyond the three-point line, far side corner now. Jacob Traub thought about it and he lost it briefly. Covered up by two Tornadoes. One last pass there, and it's going to be a wide open shot there by Max Flack, but Taylorville defense finally letting up just a little bit there. 17-10, Taylorville leads.
Yeah, heavy pressure in the corner. Once they broke out of it, they were able to get a nice little pass and layup. So that's going to happen when you're pressuring like that.
Odom throws a pass right into the lane. Thought he saw a cutting Maddox Owens, but the Hearts steal it right back. Now with it is Jude Traub on the far side. Looks to drive baseline, step back, jump shot on the baseline. It's just short. Rattles out and back into the hands of the Hearts, trying to find another open three-point look for the Hearts, and it got covered up quickly. Jude Traub has to kick it off there to Cade Buckhorn. Now driving baseline there, that's Traub. Turnaround jump shot, that rattles in. 17-12, Effingham creeping back.
Yeah, they are. A couple of buckets there for Effingham to close it to 5.
Owens gives it off to Brock Brown as he moves towards the free throw line. He's going to get clobbered by a Hart as he just collapses on the Tornado logo, pops right back up, but defense on both sides of this game, not going to make it easy. It'll be Taylorville's inbound right in front of us.
Second team foul for Effingham.
Owens now makes a move off to the right. He'll hand it to Owen Yonker. Yonkers at the top of the key beyond the three-point line. It's Durbin. Now Brock Brown. Pump fake three-pointer. Now he keeps it, starts his dribble, and hands it over to the far side. And Durbin wanted an inside pass there to Brock Brown. It's always that extra pass for the Tornadoes that they give it up to Effingham. Then driving through the lane, hitting the deck is that hard. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Taking the charge there. Who hit the deck, Lou?
Barron Odom did. I mean, he was there in plenty of time, stood his ground. Strong play by Barron. You knew the contact was coming, and the Effingham player didn't slow down. So good call by the official.
Amazing. Barron Odom leading the team last year in charges, and he's used to taking the contact and laying the body out on the line like that. It's Maddox Owens crisscrossing there against Jake Nieberge. He'll give it to Brock Brown. Now slinging it over to Clark Durbin on our near side. Barron Odom just beyond the three-point line, thought about a three-pointer, wanted an inside pass there, didn't have it. Clark Durbin now driving towards the basket, trying to get it off the glass, won't get that one to go. Barron Odom now underneath the basket, tries to go up with a shot, and he'll get two from the free throw line.
Yeah, nice rebounding by Brown and Odom both down low, not making it easy for Effingham to even get an offensive board. So, and he went back up strong with it, got the foul. So nice play.
Had a couple of three-pointers in this ball game. Your locally owned Scooters Coffee and in Taylorville is the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Tornado Give Back promotion. They donate $3 for each three-point shot made by the boys and girls basketball teams in all the games they play. I think we got three balls tonight. And free throws, of course, brought to you by the senior citizens of Christian County. Enjoy trips, lunches, activities, and fellowships. The senior citizens of Christian County. Barron Odom 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 18-12. Taylorville leads over Effingham. Minute and 50 to play in this second quarter. Barron Odom's going to tip that pass out of bounds. And just once again, keeping it in these Effingham minds that wherever you pass it, I'm going to be somewhere really close behind. Now inbounding is Effingham. High, long-range pass into the backcourt, received by Effingham. It's Nieberge. It's stripped away by Owen Yonker, and looks like Yonker's going to be called for a foul there. Almost got the jump ball call.
Actually, I believe that call is on Effingham
Was it?
after Owen stole the ball with the trap. Yeah, number 14 for Effingham, Nieberge.
Great call.
Kind of grabbed his arm.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of a disappointed look on Yonker's face there. I was wondering why.
Right.
Now it's Yonker on the far side. He was looking for Maddox Owens there, but he'll give it up to Barron Odom, and Odom slings it out of bounds, intended for Shea Champley. Taylorville not playing the cleanest game themselves tonight, but Effingham is really being stopped by this staunch Taylorville defense. It's 18-12, and Taylorville just picking up the points where they can and getting the stops where they can.
Right, defense is the name of the game right now for us, keeping us in the game.
Wow, even right now, Maddox Owens in the backcourt, almost stealing it away, but Effingham able to take it back. Owen Yonker, we're going to seal the edge once again. Now Effingham going to pass it off their own foot, goes out of bounds and back into the hands of Taylorville with a minute and 16 to play. Taylorville with a chance to extend the lead going into the half.
Yeah, even when Effingham was able to break the pressure at mid-court, it was almost a panic as they reached the next level and threw it off their own player's foot down on the block.
Maddox Owens now with a minute and 10 to play in the second. Slings it over to Shea Champley. Champley now overhead pass to Barron Odom. Now right in front of us is Owen Yonker. Finds Maddox Owens, inside pass there to Barron Odom. Fading away, jump shot, gets it to go and one. Makes it 20-12 pending the free throw. Purple Rain loves it, and the Taylorville faithful do too.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of looks down low with entry passes, but that was a nice pass and nice play by Barron. He got bumped while he was in the air and got it off the glass and in.
Kind of right on the baseline on the near side, covered up by all types of Effingham players. Falling away from the basket and getting the three-point play to go right there, 21-12, as Taylorville extends the lead in our last 60 seconds of the second quarter. In the backcourt now, the Effinghams trying their best to get it across the center line. They will. Now covered on all ends there is Max Buzzard. He'll give it down to the post. And Shea Champley looks like he'll be called for a foul there as Jude Traub, 6-foot sophomore, went up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, I think Coach was calling for a double dribble there before that entry pass was made, but officials didn't see it that way.
This is the type of defense that makes you double dribble. Guys that are, characteristically good ball handlers. This is one of those who will second think your passes. The first was up and missed there by Jude Traub, excuse me. Traub's second is short, just off the front iron, but it's rebounded back by the Hearts. 3-pointer up and no good. falling into the lane there. And not quite yet. It looks like Effingham is going to
travel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Effingham called for a travel there.
The Effingham faithful is not happy with the call. They didn't think he had moved both feet yet.
It was Max Flack in the lane. He had possession, but kind of just fell to his back. And yeah, you're going to get called for a travel there. Less 30 to play in the second quarter. It's Baron Odom right in front of us. Brock Brown making a cut towards the basket. Didn't have it. Now it's Shea Champley, top of the key. Clark Durbin. Now Brock Brown right in the corner. He relocates to the top of the key. Slings it off with the right hand over to Maddox Owens. Owens moving to his right. Nice crossover move there. Getting KJ Kellums to go flying. 10 seconds now. Clark Durbin over to Baron Odom with 5 seconds. Coming around the corner is Brock Brown. Took a 3-point shot and foul was called on the floor, it seems.
Yeah, I think they got a moving screen on Shea Champley to free up Brock Brown, who was coming across the top of the key to get the last second shot on a 3-ball, but they caught Shea with a bit of a moving screen on us.
Now 3.4 on the clock. Effingham looks to inbound. Definitely not going to get a very clean look towards the basket. 2 seconds. It's stripped away. Taylorville is going to end this first half just harassing this Effingham offense. 21-12, and Taylorville in command of this one. It's going to be an interesting second half as both of these teams kind of determine what worked for them and what didn't. Lou, what do you think the Taylorville Tornadoes need to do in order to keep this lead intact and to come away with a win?
Well, continue to play tremendous defense.
Goodness.
Wow, that was impressive. All over the ball, no matter who had it. We had 1 or 2 Tornadoes harassing them, and they were uncomfortable the whole time. They could never really set up an offensive scheme. They were just trying to break the press, and then who knows what happened after that. And offensively, you know, Taylorville is able to swing the ball pretty quickly around the perimeter and get a couple of 3 looks and a couple balls down low, so just enough to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, and Taylorville with some uncharacteristic turnovers, passes into the lane, passes out of bounds, and those are mistakes that honestly Effingham hasn't really been able to make. Their passes have been more in transition, been caught in a 10-second violation in the backcourt, and all types of stuff where they're, like you said, Lou, barely even able to set up that offense, and head coach Ryan Brown takes a lot of pride in this Taylorville defense, so I'm looking forward to hearing his words post-game about all this, and we're going to have a lot to break down post-game as well. So stay tuned for the end of the game when we announce the WTM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick.
Let me see you do it. Hey. Let me see you do it. Hey. Hey. Snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. On my netties, let me see you put a twist in it. You can do it like me. I'm by myself. By myself. By myself. You can do it like me. I'm by myself. By myself. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers. Do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey, hey. Snap your fingers. Do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey.
Your award-winning Taylorville dance team.
Friend, it's true. Oh, every day when I make my way to the tubby, I find a little fella who's cute and yellow and chubby. Rub-a-dub-dubby, rubber ducky, you're so fine, and I'm lucky that you're mine. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Hey, Rubber Ducky, would you like me to scrub your back with my nifty little scrub brush? You would? Okay, how's this? Hey, you want me to scrub behind your ears? Oh, I see. You don't have any ears, do you? Well, how about your tummy? Scrub his little
Our
monkey
winner
tummy.
tonight, Chris Durham, Taylorville softball.
Leads it over Effingham right now, 21-12 in a game that's been very scrappy, and it's going to take a lot of grit to come away with this one. First Apollo Conference matchup for both of these teams, and they're both looking for to right the ships. Really, Taylorville 0-2 right now, Effingham 1-4, and yeah, defense really been the headline in the first 16 minutes of play there. Let's talk about Taylorville first. Any individual guys you want to point out right now that really impressed you, or that just need to keep it up?
Yeah, well, you know what? The front court pressure from Durbin, Yonker, all those guys up front are making it so hard on Effingham just to clear half court.
Yeah.
So on the defensive end, the pressures come from everywhere. Owen got a block on a three-point shot, and Barron did, and so did Brock Brown. So we're just pressure on the ball defensively. Offensively, Brock Brown hit a couple of nice threes early. Smooth shot by him. They seemed to pick up on that pretty quickly and didn't let him get off too many more after that, did they? But Barron's doing a lot of hard work for us down low and got 6 points early as well.
Not coming by open looks too frequently, either of these squads, but Taylorville has taken more advantage of the looks they have gotten. And yes, if you can't set up, if you're not able to get the ball over the center line with ease, you're definitely not going to be able to set up that offense with a lot of ease there either. Looking ahead for this team.
Good evening, Tornado Nation, and thank you for tuning in to the Tommy TV halftime report. The score is 21-12 with the Tornadoes in the lead. Abby's over in our student section with MC Wade Sorrell. Let's send it over to her and see what he has to say.
Thanks, Landry. I'm here with MC Wade Sorrell. So, Wade, how have you got our student section hyped up for tonight's game?
Just making sure everyone's getting out of their seats and being as loud as possible for every positive play we have, and just making sure everyone's loud. That's the biggest thing, yeah.
That's great. I love to hear that. As you can see, the theme is neon. How do the themes of the games help the student section really come alive?
Well, obviously it makes us easy to spot, so everyone knows where to go. It definitely just helps everyone be together as one student section, and so be as loud as possible and just fit with the theme,
Thanks, Wade. We'll be back with more play-by-play action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tommy TV.
And with a less experienced team, maybe that the Drake Howard injury maybe pays a little bit more toll on the mental. But you got these seniors, you got your Clark Durbins, your Owen Yonkers, and even Drake Howard out on the bench. I'm sure he's saying all the right things in his teammates' ears in this one. So we got a lot more to look forward to in this ball game. 16 minutes left to play, and Effingham really on their heels. And that was how Taylorville was going to have to win this one. Again, the first Apollo Conference matchup for both of these squads, and we got about 3 minutes until we come back. You got a little bit of an update on the Taylorville girls varsity basketball game. They're out at Charleston. Charleston 0-7 on the year, and Taylorville 4-2. Playing without Addison Tarr tonight, it's 58-20. Taylorville leads in the fourth quarter. They're already in the fourth quarter over there. It looks like that's a 30-point lead. That's another one of the IHSA rules. 30-point lead, running clock. So the game ends up going pretty fast there. Taylorville hoping to not be in that position any times this year with a 30-point lead and hopefully be on the other side of that type of thing there. So we got about 2 minutes left until we get this third quarter started. We'll take ourselves one last break. You're listening to WTIM, your information station and your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball. Just moments away from third quarter action between your Taylorville Tornadoes and the Effingham Hearts. The Hearts come out to Dolph Stanley Court, and they're losing right now, 21-12. Taylorville with a very convincing defensive effort in that first half. They're going to have to line things back up on offense, and just a couple of new players in the mix in this ball game. It'll be interesting to see how much those guys are utilized in this back half of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The great bench minutes, that second quarter especially, keeping up the pressure. You know, we just sustained all of that pressure on their ball handlers throughout the entire first half. So if we do that the second half, Tim, we're going to be in really good shape. Points won't be easy to come by for Effingham, and if we take care of the ball on offense, I think we're going to be just fine.
Absolutely. Guys like Kate Beckmeyer, Maddox Owens, and Shea Champley with a huge part in that first half. And I was going to just say, we haven't seen Malik Pierce at all tonight, and Malik Pierce has checked in to get this third quarter started. It's Brock Brown, Baron Odom, Owen Yonker, Malik Pierce, and Clark Durbin. Effingham begins this with the possession. Now on our near side, it's Cannon Bockhorn. An inside pass there, bounce pass. Baron Odom trying to cover up that Hart in the lane. Cannon Bockhorn's three, that one just pops out, and a nice rebound reaching over everyone was Brock Brown. He slows it up, passes it off to Malik Pierce.
Yeah, Effingham's having trouble shooting the ball too, and when they've had open looks.
Pierce drives baseline. He'll have it knocked away, but it will be out on Effingham. Pierce looking like he had a pretty open look to the basket if it wasn't poked away.
Yeah, he made a nice move, and he had a lane, but tipped it away at the last second.
That's something you're going to see from Malik Pierce. He can create that separation. And there comes a three from Baron Odom. It's going to be way short. Right back into the hands of Effingham. 21-12. Taylorville still in the lead. No points in this third quarter. Malik Pierce almost stealing it away there from Nieberge, but he regains the possession. Cross-court pass there. Now back to the top of the key. And Bockhorn to Nieberge, swinging it all the way along. Now back to the top of the key. 60 seconds gone in this second quarter. Another three is blocked. A turnaround jump shot after Effingham regained that possession, and Taylorville steals it right back.
Yeah, nice rebound by Barron there down low. Saw the block and recovered the ball for us.
Malik Pierce wanted to send a pass to a cutting Owen Yonker, but as he reached up to send that ball as a bounce pass, it was tipped out of bounds right over by the Taylorville bench, so Owen Yonker will inbound here for the Tornadoes. Malik Pierce sprints out of the lane and grabs the inbound. A beautiful misdirection, little move there, an easy lay off the glass. 23-12, Taylorville leads.
Yeah, nice play by Malik. No one stopped him. He just continued to the hole.
Given up in the backcourt, Clark Durbin right up and in. A lazy pass from the Hearts, and Clark Durbin there to take advantage of it. 25-12, Taylorville leads.
We're just giving them fits in the backcourt. Effingham just can't break our press.
Nieberge pushing it across, and it is going to be tipped away by Malik Pierce and then tipped out of bounds by Jake Nieberge. Taylorville keeping the pressure on, and they have the possession right back.
Yeah, they just don't have an answer, do they, Tim?
No.
They're really struggling. I think Effingham's going to work on ball handling and breaking a press next week for sure.
Still a very low-scoring game here, but Taylorville making that, creating that separation. 25-12. Here comes a three from Owen Yonker, just off the front iron, boxing out as Effingham, and they get an easy rebound. 2 minutes gone here in the third. Pushing it now towards, that's a mid-range jump shot there out of the hand of Cole Phillips. It rattles out. Effingham grabs the rebound back somehow. Now they're back beyond the three-point line. That's KJ Kellums giving it off to the free throw line. Now a long-range three from Cannon Bockhorn, and that one hits the bottom of the twine. 25-12. Effingham strikes back.
Yeah, nice shot. They finally got one to fall from long distance. They've been missing all night. So
Malik
still
Pierce,
good pressure by the Tornadoes.
Absolutely. Malik Pierce got his way to the high post, kicked it out for Clark Durbin. Now it's into the hands of Baron Odom. Brock Brown comes around the corner, spots up, three-point shot just off the back iron, rebounded back. Great effort there by Owen Yonker, and then throws an overhead pass inside. Had last-second decision to make, and he gives it right back up to Effingham. Then a quick three taken by Cannon Bockhorn. Hello, back-to-back three-pointers from Bockhorn. Makes it 25-18, begins to close that gap. And head coach Ryan Brown's going to take a timeout, and that's the hot hand of Cannon Bockhorn.
Yeah, he squared up 2 times really nicely, knocked down a three. So, you know, they get a little confidence shooting from out there, and they can get back in this game for sure.
5:20 to play in the third quarter as some of Taylorville's offensive momentum has slowed. And that'll happen. Cannon Bockhorn with 6 points in about 20 seconds. We're coming out of this timeout. Taylorville girls won tonight 69-22 as they take down Charleston. They improve to 5-2 on the year. An Apollo Conference win for them. Taylorville boys looking to follow suit. Timeout ends. Taylorville 25, Effingham 18. Taylorville will have the possession out of this timeout. Taylorville moves left to right on your radio dial. Yonker inbounding now, Malik Pierce. Pierce crisscrossing in the backcourt, dealing with KJ Kellums. Passing it off to his right in our near side, it's Owen Yonker. Now to Baron Odom, turnaround jump shot, Brock Brown, nice little lay, just over the front iron, 27-18.
Yeah, nice entry pass by Barron and a nice turnaround jumper by Brock.
Really nice touch there from the freshman. Effingham able to get it across the center line. It was Jude Traub, gives it right up to KJ Kellums. Kellums move towards the basket. His try won't go. Offensive rebound, and that one goes for Cole Phillips, 6'4" junior. Malik Pierce, quick inbound pass to Brock Brown. Then Brown just shoves it right back off to Malik Pierce. Pierce now, and gives it over to Durbin. Nice inside pass there to a cutting Baron Odom. He throws up a prayer, just goes off the front iron. Baron Odom's gonna send a little bit of contact towards Jude Traub. He'll be called for it. 27-20, Taylorville leads.
Yeah, nice little entry pass. Baron was kind of in the move, in the lane when he caught it. When he turned around, there were about 3 Effingham defenders right there in his face. So it was a tough shot for sure.
Surprised he got it as close in as he did. 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Getting it across the center line now. That's KJ Kellums near side corner. It's Traub. Traub one bounce to his right and then gives it off to Cannon Backhorn. It's been hot from beyond the three-point line. He gives it off to the block, and then Malik Pierce will be called for a foul as Nolan Fearday goes up with one. Looks like Malik Pierce did draw some contact there, so a chance for 2 more points here in Nolan Fearday.
Yeah, Effingham's clawing their way back into the game here. If they knock these down, they're only down 5.
Came into the third quarter 21-12. Taylorville with a commanding lead. First is up and missed there from Nolan Fearday. Lou Johnson joins us after the 42-41 overtime win in the football season. That's the last time you heard his voice, and we're glad to have him on this call and hopefully many more this basketball season.
Yeah, and hopefully not needing overtime tonight, right, Tim? Hopefully we can finish them off in 4 quarters.
It's always got to be a nail-biter for us or something. We'll find out tonight. Malik Pierce gives it up to Brock Brown, and Brown covers up in the backcourt, and timeout quickly called by head coach Ryan Brown with 3:53 left to play. Effingham wanted a travel call, but head coach Brown able to get that timeout called.
Yeah, nice call by coach. We were in a lot of trouble there at half court on the ground with the ball, and it didn't look like good things were going to happen. So nice to keep our possession here.
8 points for the freshman Brock Brown tonight. 6 Baron Odom, 2 for Clark Durbin, and 2 out not right now for Malik Pierce. Those are just the ones we can see on the other side of things. 6 points in Cole Phillips, 6 points for Cannon Backhorn, and he got those 6 points back-to-back possessions, and that's where we stand now with 27-21 score. 3 points there for Nolan Fearday as he's been slowly working on offense for this Effingham team, and they're still figuring out Taylorville defense, and Taylorville defense has not slowed whatsoever since the first 2 quarters.
No, they haven't. It's going to be a low-scoring game here, Tim, and it's not so much something wrong with the offenses. It's just credit to both defenses, really.
Agreed. That's exactly what the story will be on this one. 27-21 score as we are nearing 3 minutes, 30 seconds in this third. Bounce pass to the block, and Baron Odom. It's tipped away there by Cole Phillips. And a nice bit of defense as Effingham pushed back quickly. KJ Kellums thought about a 3, then gave it up to the corner. Back to Kellums, top of the key now, long-range 3. Cannon Backhorn just off front iron. And Taylorville able to rebound back, but Taylorville going to be called for a foul, like a little push to the back or over the back, some sort of foul there.
Yeah, it's going to be on Brock Brown. They felt like the Effingham player had the inside position, and Brock kind of a little bit over his back, but not much, but they got the call on the Effingham side.
Backhorn inbound pass, Nolan Fearday at the top of the key. A beautiful pass into the block there. Looked like Owen Yonker had a hand on it, but Cole Phillips is going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Just drew more contact as a 6'4" Cole Phillips went up with a 6-foot Owen Yonker, and Yonker was right there for him.
Yeah, that'll be Owen's 3rd foul. And it looks like Drake Howard is going to check back in for the Tornadoes.
How good is that to see, Lou? I mean, we're hoping he's feeling 100%, and he will. Drake Howard checking in for Owen Yonker right now as Yonker had 3 personal fouls. So it's great to see Howard back in.
Yeah, Shea Champley's got 4 fouls also for the Tornadoes. Hasn't been out here yet this second half.
The second is up and good from Cole Phillips. It's 27-22 as Drake Howard pushes back quickly. He stops just at the perimeter on our near side and kicks it down to the block and Baron Odom. Now it's Drake Howard. He wants a 3, fresh off the bench. That one won't go. Malik Pierce comes flying in for a rebound, just can't grab it. Can't quite grab it. KJ Kellums now brings it across the center line, just over the Tornado logo, and hands it off far side. Now Cannon Bockhorn. Bockhorn's got the hot hand. It's KJ Kellums now. Here comes a 3 from Bockhorn. It falls. 27-25, 1 possession game now. Taylorville still leads.
Yeah, nice look from Brockhorn. His third 3 here in the second half.
Malik Pierce bounce pass there to Drake Howard. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it sticks with Taylorville. A little bit of frustration showing here late in this third quarter from this Taylorville offense. They haven't quite gotten the production that they wanted coming out of the half. Clark Durbin receives the inbound, works his way towards the basket, gets the open floater, off front iron and rolls in. Nice control there, Clark Durbin, as he moves through the lane.
Yeah, really nice play to get to the lane, and no one stopped him on the Effingham side. He's able to put up a nice little floater.
You tend to overdo those types of shots. And that one off the glass and in. Unbelievable shot there from KJ Kellums. I don't know if he called bank on that one, but makes it 29-28. Taylorville trails by only 1. It's Drake Howard just at the top of the key. He drives with his left and then pops back out just beyond the perimeter to Clark Durbin. Now Baron Odom. Brock Brown trying to roll off his defender. He won't. High post now for Baron Odom. Gives it to Malik Pierce. Now he has to stop. Brock Brown right underneath the basket, and he blows the layup as Brock Brown had a wide open look for the reverse lay. Now Effingham back with it. Into the Taylorville end. It's Bockhorn. Now far side, 3-pointer. That one just too strong. Taylorville trying to pull it away. A fight for it on the ground. Still fight for it. My goodness, Nolan Fearday kind of spazzing out on the ground right there. And it'll be a jump ball.
Yeah, a lot of players getting really scrappy on the ground for the ball on both sides.
Yeah, you can feel that energy. Both of these teams, 29-28 ball game with 1:40 to play in the third quarter. Taylorville will get the possession out of that jump ball. Nolan Fearday scrambled for it on the ground along with a few other players on both ends. 4 team fouls here for Taylorville. It's Drake Howard, the ball carrier, across the center line. Kicks it to Malik Pierce right in our near side. Baron Odom, top of the key. Clark Durbin, far side. Drake Howard, pump fake, drives towards the lane, and 1. Drove baseline, took the contact, found the bottom of the cup. My goodness.
Yeah, that's a great play. Nice move on the baseline, and he had control of the ball in midair while he drew contact. And yeah, nice to have Drake back on the court, Tim.
You see that athleticism, and he's not nursing any shoulders on that play right there. 31-28, chance to make it a 3-point play right here. Howard's one and only is up, and it was just short. It's going to be popped out by a tornado, and then popped out of bounds. Official says it was out on Drake Howard. Lou, that looked could have gone either way right there.
Yeah, from here it looked like it was off red, but we're 50 feet away.
It's the worst angle in the building on that one. Effingham back with it, and they're in the near corner. Driving baseline, giving a pass up to Phillips, and he'll be blocked by a couple of Tornadoes there, but it's that swipe down, Lou, that's really causing the whistle to be blown there, and Phillips going to the line to shoot a couple shots.
Yeah, 3 defenders surrounded him pretty quickly. I don't think he would have been comfortable getting the shot up, but you're right. I saw a lot of swatting and arms flying in there, so.
It's hard to not get a foul called when you got 3 men on the case. The first is up and good there from Cole Phillips, Jr. He's the tallest guy out there for the Hearts, 6'4". 2 for 2 from the line is Phillips. 31-30. Taylorville leads in a very close fight with about 60 seconds left in this third quarter. Drake Howard in the near side corner puts up a 3 just off the front iron. Rebounded back by Baron Odom. He puts up a second chance. Very strong off the glass, and that's good. Taylorville goes up by 3.
Yeah, great to see the weak side rebound by Baron there off the Drake Howard miss.
Bockhorn, lead man pass there, and Effingham works towards the basket, blocked. Nolan Fearday rejected by Baron Odom, lead man pass, Clark Durbin. And he puts up a pump fake. He'll be stripped, and Effingham will knock that one out of bounds, so slowing the pace. What a block there.
Oh, great block, and great outlet pass to Clark. I thought we were going to get a lay-in, but the Effingham defender fought his way back and swatted it out of bounds.
Drake Howard inbounds there to Brock Brown. A diving Nolan Fearday pokes it out of bounds, but somehow hit off the hands of Brock Brown too. So into the hands of Effingham. It's a one-possession game. 47 seconds to play in the third quarter. 33-30. Taylorville leads. Owen Yonker checking back into this one. Malik Pierce taking a seat. Durbin, Yonker, Drake Howard, Brock Brown, and Baron Odom, the 5 out now for the Tornadoes. That's stolen up in the backcourt by Clark Durbin. He's going to let it roll out of bounds there, but Cannon Backhorn just trying to get it across the court there, trying to switch the sides, and once again, that's Durbin's leg getting in the way.
Yeah, he thought he kicked it and was going to get a whistle, but they didn't blow the whistle until it rolled out of bounds.
Kind of didn't go for it because he thought he was going to get whistled for that. In the backcourt now, it's Backhorn. Bounce pass across to KJ Kellums. They get it across near side corner now. Back to Kellums. He's going to drive with the left, trying to find an open 3 look in the corner. Drake Howard pushing it out of bounds there. I think Howard's going to be called for a reach-in foul, and he will be.
Yeah, so Effingham will be shooting 2 with the rule of 5 fouls. 5th foul, they shoot 2 instead of a 1 bonus after 7.
It's a 1 of 1, yes. They immediately just get 2 shots.
Yeah.
Effingham with a chance to make it a 1-point game here, 33-30, with 23 seconds on the clock in this third quarter. At the line for the Hearts, it's Jude Traub. Traub's first rattles in. Taylorville desperately looking for this first win of the year, and it'd be even sweeter for the Apollo Conference standings there. Second from Traub will rattle in once again. 33-32. Effingham remaining right with Taylorville. It's Drake Howard, the ball carrier, with 20 seconds left. In the first 2 quarters, Lou, Taylorville wanted that last second shot, but kind of spoiled it both times.
Yeah, we're going to hold it now as well. 10 seconds to go in the third.
Howard moving off to his left in the far side of the court. It's Brock Brown, long range 3, just rattles out. Trying to steal it back as Durbin somehow is able to, gets the lay up and in. Beautiful little floater as time expires. Taylorville ends the third quarter on a high note, 35-32 as we have 8 minutes left to play. Defense has been very aggressive tonight, and both of these teams not quite able to get comfortable, and this lead has really shrunk for the Taylorville Tornadoes as they entered into this half. 21-12, now 35-32. Lou, what needs to happen is Taylorville team to keep this lead?
Well, keep the pressure on defense.
Yeah.
I think I jinxed us. I said something about Effingham not shooting the ball well, and then they dropped 4 3 balls on us in the third quarter, one of them off the glass. So if those fall in, it makes it a lot more difficult. But keep playing the way we've been playing. The defense will keep us in the game. And great play by Clark there at the end of the third quarter to go up on the rebound and not go over a guy's back. He was athletic enough to get in the air and steal the ball in midair and get the shot up before the buzzer. Taylorville
keeping their composure in the closest ball game of the year. And we talked right through our break there. I think we're going to just keep it right here. Tim Zalabak, Lou Johnson on the call here. Thank you all for tuning in. WTIM, your information station. Stay tuned to the end of tonight's broadcast when we announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your country financial agent in Taylorville. A couple of great candidates for that Player of the Game tonight, Lou.
Absolutely. Almost all of them could be for their defensive performance, sure. That's for sure. Yeah. We just got to keep the heat on. We've got a deep bench when it comes to that defensive pressure, so hopefully we can wear down Effingham so that we don't go into overtime.
Absolutely. And the JV game was so close to going into overtime. We might have another look at that possibility. As we have 8 minutes left to play, Effingham will begin with the possession, and Taylorville is not going to let up on defense at all, as they already have that full court press started. It's Owen Yonker in the backcourt there with Backhorn. Backhorn's going to hit the deck, and Owen Yonker is going to be called for a foul there. It looked like Cannon Backhorn went to the ground kind of on his own there.
Yeah, it did. It looked like he tripped up under heavy pressure, but they're going to get the call on Owen.
And Yonker with his 4th foul there. Malik Pierce is going to check in for him. Yonker hated that one, so did the Taylorville sideline. Effingham to inbound right in front of us once again. With only 6 seconds gone in this third. Durbin immediately covering up KJ Kellums right on the Tornado logo. Double teamed is Kellums, and that's going to be passes blocked by Drake Howard, and a lead man pass there for Durbin, and Durbin's pass is then intercepted. Moving back with it is Effingham. An underhanded sling pass from Kellums over to Phillips, and now slowing the pace back towards the Tornado logo is Cannon Backhorn. Backhorn on the far side. It's going to be stolen, pickpocketed by Malik Pierce as he gets it across the center line. Taylorville's with it, somehow crisscrossing in between his legs, getting it out. It's a fight for it on the ground. Now it's a one-on-one back at the other end. Baron Odom trying to place a little bit of defense there. The shot is too strong from Effingham. They're going to get a second chance, and one. KJ Kellums throws it up and in.
Yeah, really just a mad scramble for the ball there at midcourt, and Effingham picked it up, got a 2-on-1. Missed the first shot, but scrappy there to get the rebound and go back up with the shot.
35-34 pending this free throw here from KJ Kellums. Taylorville bench couldn't believe it. As Kellums, it was an underhanded shot with the contact and got the call. Not even a minute gone in this fourth quarter as we have a tie ball game, 35-35. Howard with it now, moving towards the basket on our near side, and right in front of us is Malik Pierce. Baron Odom in the corner, and pass down to the block. In Brock Brown. One more pass to Drake Howard. His try is just too strong, and head coach Brown really wanted a call on that one as it was tipped out of the hands of Drake Howard there. Maybe some contact that we didn't see. Tie ball game at 35-35, and Malik Pierce is going to be called for a reach-in foul once again, and looked very similar to the last time Malik Pierce was able to sneak that one away from Fearday.
It looked like he picked his pocket and would have had a breakaway for a layup going the other way, but quick call by the official. He may have seen something that we couldn't from here.
So Effingham remains with this possession. Tie ball game, 35-35, 6:50 to play in the fourth.
3 team fouls for Taylorville. I hate to see us get to 5 and Effingham get to shoot free throws the rest of the way.
You got to be careful here as Drake Howard's harassing KJ Kellums. Plays blown dead, and a travel is called on Effingham. Taylorville grabs that possession back. Happy to see that. Are these Tornadoes? Those past few calls have gone against them.
Yeah, good pressure. Force the travel there for Effingham. We need a bucket here, Tim.
Yep. It's been about a minute since Taylorville has put one through the basket. It's Malik Pierce. Now Baron Odom over to Clark Durbin. Far side, corner 3, Drake Howard. That one won't get the lucky rattle. Somehow ends up into the hands of Baron Odom. The play is blown dead. Jump ball will be called. He'll stick with Taylorville.
Yeah, nice effort by Baron to tie up the Effingham player after he clearly rebounded it to get another possession for us.
Howard to inbound. Finding a cutting Baron Odom on the far side. Now it's Brock Brown. To Howard. Near side, corner 3 for Clark Durbin. That one just too strong. Still a tie ball game at 35 with 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Far side is KJ Kellums. He's come up big in the late parts of this game for Effingham. Now on the ground is Nolan Fearday. Timeout is called on Effingham as Fearday hit the deck and covered up the ball. Brock Brown back to his feet, and Taylorville heads back to their bench as well. 6 minutes to play in this ball game. We'll take a quick break on WTIM, your information station. Coming back. And welcome back into WTIM, your information station, coming out of the timeout Effingham took here in this fourth quarter. 6 minutes to play, and we are tied, knotted at 35 apiece. Effingham's Nolan Fearday dove on one right underneath the basket, and head coach is able to call a timeout right there. That is Andrew Leonard. No, that's not their name. All right, back to it here. 6 minutes left to play. Drake Howard hits the deck hard, wanted a call. He's back to his feet, and then a wide open look there. That is KJ Kellums, rattles out. Skips out of bounds and goes back to Taylorville. Drake Howard now the ball carrier. Howard with the left, spins, gives it to Brock Brown. Brock Brown's 3 just rattles out. Taylorville unlucky from beyond the arc tonight. The shot selection's there, though.
Yeah, that was in and out. We've had a couple of those here this second half that have gone down and back out.
It's KJ Kellums now moving to his left, trying to work through the lane. His try won't go. Rebounded by Phillips. Taylorville lucky to not get called on any contact there as Phillips' try is up and in, and Effingham takes their first lead since the first quarter, 37-35. Gets into the hands of Malik Pierce, but apparently he just stepped out of bounds. Right back into the hands of Effingham, 37-35. The Hearts lead it.
Well, our defense hopefully can step up here and make a few good stops late in the game, give us a chance on offense.
Needed. And there's a travel called on Effingham as we're talking about needing a dose of that second quarter defense that we were seeing in Effingham, turning the ball over. Taylorville covering them up in the backcourt. Regain the possessions. Malik Pierce, Drake Howard, Baron Odom, Clark Durbin, and Brock Brown out on the floor right now. Taylorville trails by 2 with 5 minutes to play in this final quarter of the game. Brock Brown just beyond the three-point line, working his way towards the basket, finds Drake Howard just in front of the Tornado bench. Malik Pierce gets it, now drives towards. Nice up and over layup, gets his own rebound, and then gets a little floater up and in. Malik Pierce ties the ball game at 37.
Nice hops from Malik down low, driving the lane and getting the first shot and his own rebound.
Wraparound bounce pass gets to Nolan Fearday as Fearday pushes off Drake Howard towards the basket. Going up with him is Brock Brown. Missing the layup is Fearday. In the backcourt now, Malik Pierce. Tie ball game at 37. Pierce now located just at the top of the key. He'll kick it over to Drake Howard and into the corner in Baron Odom. Now Durbin over to Malik Pierce. Chest pass to Baron Odom. Overhead pass, Malik Pierce. Now Drake Howard. He wants a three on the far side. That one hits.
Well, we needed that.
Taylorville due for a three-pointer. They make it 40-37 and take that lead right back.
Yeah, nice shot from Drake. Spotted up and nice release.
It's Ryan. That is Cole Phillips with a mid-range jump shot from the high post. It wouldn't go. Taylorville gets the rebound. Drake Howard pushing towards the basket. Baron Odom gets a man in the air and gets that off the glass to go. 42-37.
Nice bounce pass from Drake to Baron.
And KJ Kellums tries to work his way towards the paint, and he's going to have a foul called on him.
I think that'll be Taylorville's fourth foul.
Okay. Yep, no fouls on the Effingham side. That's the risk you take. A little bit more aggressive on defense. You might pick up a few more of those fouls, but you look at the score, 42-37. Taylorville with a two-possession lead right now. Inbound pass there found by the Hearts. Jump stop right at the free throw line. KJ Kellums thought about a long-range three. He didn't take it. Passes it down to the block. Now it's in the far side corner. Nolan Fearday back to the top of the key in Kellums. 3:30 to play in this ball game. Taylorville 42, Effingham 37. Nolan Fearday passes it into the corner, gives it back up to Fearday at the top of the key. No shot clock in this one. Effingham, longer possession. Stolen up by Clark Durbin. It was all clean, and Durbin slows the pace, has a couple of numbers with him, finds Drake Howard. Howard with a pump fake jump shot, and then he's going to give it right back up to Baron Odom beyond the three-point line. It's Brock Brown with it now, and 3 minutes to play. Owen Yonker at the top of the key with it. Drake Howard trying to get some offense in motion. Durbin cutting towards the basket. Foul will be called on the floor as Durbin just takes all the contact and that ball skips out of bounds.
Yeah, nice feed from Owen Yonker to Clark Durbin as he cut down the lane, and Effingham couldn't do anything but foul in that situation.
Brady McDaniel, Jake Nieberge checking in there for KJ Kellums and Nolan Fearday. Kellums and Fearday played one heck of a night there to keep the Effingham Hearts right in this game. Still a lot of ball to be played. Just under 3 minutes. Drake Howard crisscrossing at the top of the key. It's Brock Brown. He wants a three. That one just off the front iron. Owen Yonker hits the deck, and Effingham gets it right back. Pushing the floor is Jake Nieberge. Bounce pass into the far side corner and gives it right back up into the far side wing. It's Nieberge with it. Bounce pass to the free throw stripe. Then a three taken from Brady McDaniel. McDaniel hits it. 42-40. Brings this ball game to within two. Taylorville still leads. Drake Howard crisscrosses, and a timeout will be called by Ryan Brown, head coach of this Taylorville Tornado team. 42-40 with 2:26 left on the clock. Taylorville faithful loving it, Lou.
This is the three balls keeping Effingham in the game. They've hit some here in the second half that they didn't hit in the first half. And McDaniel, I think it's the first time he shot tonight and rattled it home. So 2-point game with 2:26 to play. We still got a work cut out for us.
That's got to be tough to do, coming off the bench like that and just getting your team right back in the game. Yeah, you haven't touched the ball in 5-6 minutes and come in and hit a three. Effingham remains right in this ball game, and this is reminiscent of the time Taylorville took on Effingham during the football season. 42-40 right now with 2:20 to play in the timeout that Taylorville took. Taking a look at some of the point totals. Baron Odom with 10, Brock Brown with 8. Durbin has 10, and that's speaking a lot to his defense tonight. He's created a lot of those opportunities himself. Drake Howard with 6 points on the night. Taking a look over at the Effingham side. Quietly, Cole Phillips leading the charge there with 11 points. He's been working underneath the basket very well. Cannon Backhorn with 9 points. It's KJ Kellums with 8 points. And that's Brady McDaniel there with 3 points as McDaniel just hit that one coming off the bench. Coming out of the timeout now. Owen Yonker looks to be inbounding here for Taylorville.
Effingham only has 1 foul, so they can really be aggressive here on defense, whereas Taylorville has 4 fouls, and our next foul would put Effingham to the line for 2.
It's a really good point. This possession right here is imperative to try to extend that lead. Brock Brown receives the inbound in the backcourt, gives it up to Drake Howard. Howard now deals with Brady McDaniel, works his way to his left, gets by him, works towards the hoop, gets it off the glass and in. What a take, Drake Howard.
Yeah, nice play by Drake, taking charge there in the lane. And great control with the ball.
Cannon Backhorn now with it on the other end. He goes up with one, he's blocked, returns to his feet, then puts up a floater, it rattles out, and Taylorville somehow not able to get the rebound. Going up with one strong as Cannon Backhorn, he'll be fouled, gets it to go, and 44-42 right now pending this free throw, and Drake Howard with his 3rd foul on the night.
Yeah, tough break for Taylorville after the miss. Effingham able to get a rebound and kind of get a garbage basket, and Drake was just trying to make a play. And I don't know if he got much of him, but I guess enough that the official thought it needed to be called.
Somehow Taylorville giving up that offensive rebound there as they had a couple of guys. Looked like they had it secured. Cannon Backhorn comes out of nowhere. Backhorn's one and only is up and good. It's a 1-point ball game. Taylorville leads 44-43. Under 2 minutes to play. Drake Howard breezes past his defender, gives it up to Malik Pierce just beyond the 3-point line now. Pierce almost loses it, gives it to Drake Howard. Howard crisscrossing, he has it stolen. It's Brady McDaniel and Malik Pierce on the other end. McDaniel's first try is too strong. Second chance is up and in. Jake Nieberge, Effingham regains the lead, 45-44. Minute and 30 to play. Drake Howard back to Malik Pierce. Mistakes shown under a microscope this late in the ball game. Pierce now covered up heavily by Nieberge. Inside pass there, Baron Odom. Looked like he was going to go up with one blocking foul called there on Ethan Jones.
It's interesting to see if they give him 2 shots, or he was really passing the ball. So
it wasn't that motion though. It's hard to call that.
Looks like they're going to give it to us out of bounds under the basket.
Owen Yonker looks to be checking back in. He will take Malik's spot. And KJ Kellums checking back in for Effingham too. For Jake Nieberge. 45-44, Effingham leads with 1:20 on the clock. Taylorville to inbound. Finding Brock Brown just in the near side corner now. It's Baron Odom at the top of the key. Drake Howard in the same spot. Inside bounce pass to Brock Brown. He's getting covered up. Kicked it back out to Odom. Timeout called here by Brock Brown, and we're going to take one with him. It's a 1-point ball game. Effingham leads it here at Dolph Stanley. 45-44 with 1 minute and 9 seconds left to play. You're listening to WTIM. Your information station will be right back. 1 minute and 9 seconds left to play in this ball game. Effingham leads by 1, 45-44. Taylorville has the inbound right now. It's Baron Odom. Tim Zalaback alongside Lou Johnson in this exciting one. First Apollo Conference game of the year for both these squads. Drake Howard has it at the top of the key. He moves off to his right. We are at 60 seconds in the ball game. Brock Brown's going to lose it underneath the basket. Trying to steal it back are the Tornadoes, and they're going to be called for a foul as Brock Brown and Baron Odom tried to tie up that Effingham Hart, but with already 5 fouls, Effingham's going to go right to the line to shoot some shots.
Yeah, we need Effingham to miss 1 or 2 here and keep it a 1-possession game.
Let's see what's happening here. It does look like some shots will go up. It'll be Cole Phillips to do so. Not Effingham's best shooter. First from Cole Phillips is up and it falls. 2-point game, 46-44. Effingham leads. Comes the second from Cole Phillips. That one falls.
Inadvertent horn there, actually letting Owen Yonker sub back in for Malik.
Thought it was a mistake too.
Yeah. Plenty of time though, 57 seconds down 3. We don't need to get in too big of a rush here.
Right. 47-44, Taylorville needing to be careful with these possessions as Drake Howard receives the inbound and pushes the floor right on our near side. It's going to be tipped out of the hands of Drake Howard, and the official's going to say it was tipped out by Drake Howard, and Effingham is going to regain the possession with 53 seconds left. That's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, tough to see what happened on the sideline right in front of us. Some pressure on Drake, but they felt it went off of him.
Now in the backcourt, Clark Durbin pushing off with Jake Nieberge. And a foul is called on Taylorville. Still kind of another soft one right there, as Effingham's going to head to the line with a 3-point lead and 45 seconds left to play. This one slipping away slowly from the Tornadoes. They're going to need some real positive things to happen on their next offensive drive.
Yeah, the tough thing is, even when Effingham gets the ball after a score, if we were to score, we need to foul, and they get 2 shots down the stretch.
And need a score and a steal, something of that nature. Drake Howard checks out of this ball game. Malik Pierce comes on for him, slipping away from Taylorville as they had a lead for most of the ball game. Here comes the first. It rattles out. Jake Nieberge needing to hit this one to make it a 2-point game. Taylorville's Brock Brown and Baron Odom will be boxing out as hard as they can. An attempt for any rebound. Here comes the second from Nieberge, and that one hits. 4-point ball game. A timeout is going to be called. 48-44. We're going to take it with them. 45 seconds left to play in this 4th quarter. A couple more plays being drawn up by head coach Ryan Brown. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. We'll be right back. Taylorville boys basketball with a tough task ahead of them, 48-44. Effingham leads it with 45 seconds left in this ball game. It's Taylorville's possession, and Malik Pierce moves it across the center line. Pierce crisscrossing with his defender with 35 seconds now. Malik Pierce spins towards, and it's going to be stolen up there by Owen Yonker. It's going to go out of bounds, and it sticks with Taylorville. A lot of contact there from Owen Yonker. We're lucky that nothing was called. 30 seconds on the clock with a 4-point lead for Effingham. Baron Odom to inbound. He finds Malik Pierce. Pierce goes behind the back, now goes towards the basket, spins in the lane, tries to hand it off to Brock Brown. Brown's try is up and no good. Second try, no good. Tipped out of bounds, 19 seconds left, 6 with Taylorville.
Yeah, nice effort by Brock, keep play alive. Heavy defense by Effingham down low, not making it easy for us.
19 seconds, here comes the inbound from Owen Yonker. Taylorville player needing to cut. It's stolen up by Effingham out of the inbound, and Brock Brown forced a foul. That seemed like the dagger.
Yeah, that's tough. Effingham will shoot 2 more now, up 4 with only 16 seconds to play. So we need Effingham to miss. We need to score quickly and get the ball back.
And Effingham really staying in this game, Lou, as you said, with the 3-point shot. They got him at very opportune times, and it worked well with their momentum. The current time of the game, that first is up there from KJ Kellums, and it's good. 5-point lead. Second is up, and it rattles in. 6-point lead there for Effingham with 15 seconds left. Malik Pierce trying to drive towards the basket. Push will be called there on KJ Kellums. 11 seconds left. Surprised not to see the 3 taken from Taylorville, even in that 30 seconds left possession.
Yeah, we really need to get off a quick 3 from someone as soon as we inbound here.
It'll be out of the hands of Baron Odom. Finds Malik Pierce. Pierce with 10 seconds. Brock Brown steps back, takes a 3, no good. Rebounded back by Owen Yonker. Brock Brown now moves towards his lay, will go. Timeout is called with 1.2 seconds left. And it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough loss for Taylorville, Tim. We really controlled the game and controlled the tempo the first half and really part of the second half. The 3 balls, like you said, Effingham rattled in 4 or 5 of them in the second half to make a difference. And we just didn't have an answer offensively, really. We shot the ball pretty well first half and seemed to get a little colder in the second half.
It really felt like Taylorville was in control, and they were. I mean, the score said it after the first 2 quarters of play, 21-12. Third quarter, still Taylorville had a pretty commanding lead there, about 5 to 7 points, and just slowly slipped away from them late in very opportune 3-point shots from guys like KJ Kellums, guys like Nieberge and Cannon Backhorn. I know a lot to break down here with head coach Ryan Brown after the game. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your country financial agent in Taylorville. So Taylorville will go down in their first Apollo Conference matchup of the year against Effingham, 50-46. Taylorville was heading into that last quarter there with a whole lot of hope, and last few possessions, just Taylorville not getting the lucky bounces they needed.
Yeah, and defensively, Tim, we talked about how aggressive we were, and we played great defensively, but we did get into foul trouble and put Effingham to the line several times in the ball game, and we'll have to take a look at how many free throws Effingham made, but that could be considered part of the difference of the game as well.
Absolutely.
To get those free throws from the charity stripe. Taylorville didn't shoot very many free throws at all.
You have to find that balance as the inbound pass is found by KJ Kellums. And the horn sounds here at Dolph Stanley. Effingham takes it 50-46, and Taylorville shakes their head, and they're just going to have to shake this one off because they just played such a great game. There's too many positive things to take away from this one. Maybe you find that healthy balance of strong defense and the fouls that you do give. But Lou, I mean, there's a lot of good things to. There's nothing really to hang your head about in this one.
No, there's not. You kind of feel bad for the guys because we played so well early and had a nice lead. Even with Drake, getting hurt there at the beginning of the game, and the guys stuck with it, played well. But yeah, we're going to have to find some scoring opportunities, I think, down the stretch, late in games to get over the hump.
Taylorville's going to regroup. They get back out on Saturday at 2:30 against Canton. They're all the way out at Canton. You can hear that game right here on WTIM, your information station. Before we take our quick post-game break and await head coach Ryan Brown, let's thank these great sponsors of the broadcast. Jump ball all the way at the beginning of the game, brought to you exclusively by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. Timeouts sponsored by the Taylorville Community Credit Union, community located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA. Free throws tonight brought to you by the Senior Citizens of Christian County, the exclusive sponsor of those free throws. Keep active in your senior years. Enjoy trips, lunches, activities, and fellowship with the Senior Citizens of Christian County. Your locally owned Scooters Coffee in Taylorville is the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Tornado Give Back promotion. They donate $3 for each three-point shot made by the boys and girls basketball teams in all the games they play. And to the Taylorville Sports Booster supporting all Tornado sports programs, you'll score big when you use Scooters Coffee drive-thru for your next cup of coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And once again, stay tuned. Very end of this broadcast, we announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your country financial agent in Taylorville. Before we take this break, Lou, any parting words? We're not parting fully, but any wrap-up words for this segment here, for this game?
Yeah, like you said, hopefully the guys don't hang their heads. They fought, they battled every second of that game. The effort was there, the intensity was there. Just some of the little things, a couple of turnovers late, and some fouls, and Effingham getting some free throws late in the game. So tough loss, definitely, for Taylorville. But yeah, like you said, got to get right back after it in Canton.
Absolutely. Effingham 50, Taylorville 46. We're going to take ourselves a quick break, and we will be right back with you with head coach Ryan Brown and just some more post-game coverage. You're listening to WTIM, your information station in your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball.
Welcome to the Tommy TV post-game report. The score concluded here tonight, 50-46 in favor of the Effingham Hearts, with the Tornadoes just falling short. Both teams really showed up tonight and were able to play in an impressive game.
Remember to follow us on our socials to keep updated on our broadcasts. Have a great night, Tornadoes.
You're watching Tommy TV.